and welcome back the most prevalent fighter, the man of the hour, the man, the legend, the gift.
The Gimp.
Wait, don't talk to me.
The Mr.
Hey, there are people very sensitive to that. And you know what? This is a time where we have to all placate to everyone's sensibilities and lack of ability to take a joke. Okay? I'm just saying.
So in other words, we just have to shut down the podcast.
It's official, guys. We got the letter in the mail. It's like cease and desist order.
Why isn't that on the wall?
Dude, I want one. Somebody send us a cease and desist order, please.
So, I mean, it looked almost, like it was done by the same director.
Well, that's what Butler needs to do. He needs to stay off the stupid-ass movies, quit doing the love movies. Go back to your roots, bro.
Yeah.
Blowing shit up, killing people, saving London, America. What's next? What else is falling?
Or, go back to as far back when he was Dracula.
Tokyo is falling.
Tokyo is falling. Is that
He has
next?
to save them from Godzilla.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Critical Thinking Podcast. I'm your host, Kyle, along with my co-host,
Rick the Rizzo, and our other co-host,
Sean.
And the other Mexican in the room, Miguel G.
and this is a critical look at all things gaming, movies, collectibles, and so much more. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to make this quick and make this fast because once again, my work
Like his
sucks.
sex life.
Hey, my sex life is amazing, okay? Your wife tells me it's great.
Okay.
his work life is what's taking him.
Yeah, my work life. Anyways,
Him and the mufflers.
so we're going to move on to our top numbers for November 3rd through the 5th of 2017. These are our box office numbers. Number 1, Thor Ragnarok. If any of you motherfuckers ruin this for me, I'm punching you all in the face because I hear great things about this. Miguel, we got thumbs up or thumbs down?
Oh, I gave it thumbs up.
Okay, shit, then that's enough. Okay, shut up. Anyway, so far it's made $122 million, grossing to almost $123. Its total budget, though, is at $180 million in its opening week, but I'm sure it can kick some ass and take the names and make it from there.
It's going to blow it next week.
Yeah, whoa.
What?
Okay, Sean said that's okay.
Even do a
Anyways,
reach around.
It's okay. It's Chris Hemsworth.
Wait, what? Sean has officially come out as gay on the show. Anyway, so moving on to number 2, we got A Bad Mom's Christmas, which made $16.7 million. A total gross of $21 million in its first opening week with a budget of $28 million. I didn't like any of the other Bad Moms, so you know what? I don't really give a shit. Whatever.
Next.
So, moving on to number 3, we got Jigsaw, which is, I guess, is another version of Saw, which made $6.5 million, with a total grossing of its second week at $28 million, with a budget of $10 million. Somebody's having a Ferrari party.
Once again, it's proportionate budgeting for the actual profit.
I think that's actually $10, not $10 million. I'm just saying.
He just went to Home Depot and
Have you
bought the
seen?
parts.
Yeah, exactly, man. We could make one of the movies, dude.
The
That's all we need.
$10 was what they spent in Folgers coffee.
We don't even have to buy the camera. We just use our phones. That's what it is. Number 4, we got Tyler Perry's Boo 2, a Medina Halloween. Why the fuck is this still a thing? Okay, it made $4.5 million with a total gross of $42 million. Never mind. With a budget of $25 million. I'm going to start getting on that Medina train because they are rolling the money train. We're going to start calling that motherfucker right there. And number 5, Geostorm, which I was really kind of excited for. And it made $3.1 million of a total gross so far in its third week of $28 million, meaning it tanked like a motherfucker.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
It
It's
bombed.
dead.
It flopped.
Like his
And
mom.
number 6 is Happy Deathday. The only reason I'm bringing this up is my wife actually went to go see it. It made $2.6 million with a total budget of $52 million with a budget of only $4.8 million. That right there on its own is amazing.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say. They spent $4.80 and they made $52 million. Oh my God. She actually said it was very good, kind of repetitive, kind of funny, but it was actually had a lot of humor in it and everything like that. So if you want to check out Happy Deathday, cool. And that's pretty much it. Blade Runner 2049 is doing pretty shitty there. Only $85 million of a $150 million budget. Womp, womp, womp.
Let me add little things to your numbers there real quick. Thor Ragnarok, even though you said $122 million here in the U.S., $308 everywhere else. So it's made $431 million so far.
God damn you, Marvel, you son of a bitch. Well, anyways, those are our numbers for the week of November 3rd through the 5th. I really missed the show. I was really looking forward to being on here for at least a little while anyways, but I hear we're doing great things. Miguel says right now that we have only 17 stalkers. I'd like to get that to about 45. That's all I'm saying. Other things, Sean too, missed you guys. I hope you guys, Rick too. You were here. Anyways, so I hope you guys have fun recording. I'm going to leave the recorder on so y'all can talk shit about me when I leave.
He's going to go fix some brakes. He's got to go deliver some boxes in his UPS uniform.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
That is fucked up.
Did you bring the brakes?
I think you really kind of do look like a UPS guy. I'm just saying.
Well, maybe that'll be a good career change.
Hey, Vato, they're hiring during the holidays.
Hey, got a point there.
You might hit up a MILF.
If I go like this, who knows?
Too bad that when you get hired, you're stuck in the warehouse loading up the
This place is
things.
fucking 30 minutes away.
All right,
man.
G. Kyle, come back. Jefe, we can't let him leave.
Jefe.
Carlos, come back.
Sorry, Kyle, I had to leave for work. Anyways, we're going to go into the trailer talk. All right. First trailer we saw was called Den of Thieves with Gerard Butler.
Hell yeah.
Don't get me wrong. This movie looks great. It is a good comeback from the trash that he did with Geostorm. The big flop. The only downfall is, and y'all probably agree with me, we basically saw the whole movie in that trailer.
Doesn't matter. There's plenty more action. Who gives a shit? That's a good old-fashioned man movie. Let's blow some shit up, shoot some people. But why the good guys? Well, it's gonna be white, and all the bad guys could be black. I mean, I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering. You know, why 50 Cent gotta be bad?
I don't know. I think that they're kind of the good guys in a way. I think what they're trying to say in the movie, this is like one of those Western heroes being the criminals kind of a thing, you know.
And Ice Cube's son is in it too.
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
I think he's the undercover cop that's
The informant.
the informant.
But you see, that's the thing is, I think with this one, I think the good guys supposedly are the bad guys. I think that's kind of the point.
So why does the black guy have to be the snitch?
Why you gotta make it all?
God damn, we're gonna have to cut this whole fucking trailer out now.
No, don't.
Miguel brings the race card in.
I'm not bringing any race. I'm just trying to say. No, I'm just kidding. No, this movie looks badass. First of all, Gerard Butler. Yeah, this is way better than chicken shit Geostorm. Gerard Butler looks we're the gang. You know, it's like, holy shit. And 50 Cent and Ice Cube and the white guy leading. Yeah, why is the white guy got to be the leader of the gang? I'm just saying.
I don't know if he's the leader or not. There was two white guys in there, actually.
Yeah, but I don't know. I've seen him before. I just can't think what movie he's from, but it looks really freaking good. A lot of action. I think at the store, like you said, we saw a lot of it in the trailer, but I still think there's more to it, and it's just going to be like, from the moment it starts to the moment it ends, it's a man's movie.
It almost reminded me of the Arnold Schwarzenegger one where he had, where him and his badass group was doing the drug deals.
Oh, where he was the military guy?
Yeah. So, I mean, it looked almost, like it was done by the same director.
Well, that's what Butler needs to do. He needs to stay off the stupid-ass movies, quit doing the love movies. Go back to your roots, bro.
Yeah.
Blowing shit up, killing people, saving London, America. What's next? What else is falling?
Or, go back to as far back when he was Dracula.
Tokyo is falling.
Tokyo is falling. Is that
He has
next?
to save them from Godzilla.
No, but I'm down for this movie. It looks really good. It's a man's movie.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It was really good. I just think they showed a lot. They should have cut it a little shorter, but other than that, it was really good. And you're right. It probably is a lot more to it.
Got like this music too. Whack, whack, whack.
What do you think so?
I thought that, I love the fact that it looks like they're turning everything upside down on its head. Instead of, the typical bad guys are the bad guys and good guys are the good guys. It looks like it's more of one of those gray line kind of stories where it's like, who's really the good guy here? Who's really the bad guy here? Like, it's not focused on good versus evil. It's just these guys are in this struggle. They're opposite sides, and you can kind of relate to any of them where they're at. And I think the choices and what races and stuff they picked was more to just neutralize it, that it's not a race thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's why it would be a white guy that's leading the gang, because it's more of they're like the Bloods or something instead of the Crips. Like, there's no, this is black on white or whatever. This is just cops versus these criminals, and these are crazy cops. Like these, like he said, we're our own gang, so it's to me, I love the idea that they're playing with it more as a question of the personal lives of the people that are doing this stuff, instead of just, here's the good guys, the law, and the bad guys, the criminals. And that's, it's not going to be that oversimplified. So I love it.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to make my point non-valid, man? Come on. No, I
For
agree.
the sake of argument.
No, I agree with you 100%. It's interesting. It's very cool how they're twisting it. So you're going to wind up rooting for the bad guys because they're the good guys in your mind. And the cops are like dirty, even though they're trying to be good guys. Like,
What's it? Shield?
that or maybe throughout the whole thing, one moment you're going to be like, oh yeah, I'm for him. And then it's going to be like, oh, he just did that. What the fuck? And then you're like, okay, I'm for these guys. Oh, they just did that. What the fuck? So the whole time, you're going back and forth in your sympathies is what I feel like it's
I'm
gonna
on
be
my
like.
side.
wow. There's no I in team.
Damn.
There ain't no we either.
All right, the next one we saw is called Winchester.
Sam? Dean?
No.
Oh.
No, this isn't. We're not going into your
Watch it now, because he's a fan too.
into y'all's
Into our what? Finish
supernatural,
that sentence.
supernatural show.
Yeah, the greatest show ever.
Nah, this is with
Helen Mirren.
Helen Mirren.
Yeah, because she's old. You don't remember her name. If she was 21, you'd have had that name like, wah, wah, wah.
Actually, she's one of my favorite actresses. Actually,
Now, how come we couldn't remember her name?
I was in the middle of trying to get it, and then you come up, Helen Mirren. It's like we're playing Jeopardy or something.
Welcome to Black Jeopardy.
But anyways, this movie is.
You never seen the skit on Saturday Night Live, Black Jeopardy? It's
No.
freaking hilarious.
This movie's. It's. I guess you would say going into horror part of it because it's about a haunted house with so many freaking rooms.
That is a massive house.
And it's about the Winchester family, which is the gun company. It's about them. I guess they want to make sure she's sane and whatever. And a doctor's supposed to evaluate her in this house that's haunted.
Yeah, apparently the kid died. A kid died is
Yeah.
the back line. And everybody sees stuff. And apparently they were making it seem like the halls changed, like they're mazes of what. It's really weird, but it's creepy. And kind of like what Sean said earlier, some of the scares they did were really good.
Yeah.
It was very done nicely. I'll lead that into
More
Sean.
psychological.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it looked really good.
I set him up and you cut him off. Damn.
It's okay, but we'll creatively cut this.
Honestly, I felt a long pause. I was like, okay, someone's got to say
He
something.
was ready to go, man.
Well, what I saw, like at the very end, like the jump scare that they did give away, and usually I don't like them giving away jump scares, but I do in this one because it looks like it's kind of giving us an idea of what kind of jump scares are going to be in the movie, and it was a total misdirection. You're looking at it and you're thinking, oh, that ghost is going to appear right there back in the mirror. And it's, he eerily turns the mirror over and it's like, something's going to appear in the chair. I just know it. And then all of a sudden the mirror just flips and then the ghost is like freaking behind the mirror. And it looks like this horrific freaking zombie looking motherfucker. And it's like, whoa, like that got me.
Bam. You zigged when you should have zagged. Ooh, ah.
So if it's like that throughout the whole movie, if they're constantly using misdirection like that, it would be actually a really interesting experience. Non-predictability.
Just like you said, I was ready to jump. Like, he's not in the chair. Oh, he's going to be in the mirror now. No, he's going to look behind it. He's going to show. No. Huh, okay. Ah, you bastard. That ain't right.
I'm just curious because it's based on true events. So I wonder how much of the movie is about that whole situation.
Yeah, what intrigued me is it said it was the building that ghosts built. So it's like, what does that mean exactly? That's a mysterious
I'll tell you what.
sentence.
Take some money out the petty cash drawer, drive your ass up to San Jose, California, and stay in the house for one night and see what happens. Hey, welcome along to Critical Thinking. I'm Kyle. I'm Miguel. Sean's not here anymore. Sorry, this is Dave. How you doing, Dave?
I'll come back as a ghost and haunt your ass.
Critical Thinking. Ooh, podcast. There's a lot of ectoplasm in here.
The first podcast to have a permanent co-host that's a ghost.
Sean, I can see right through you. Seriously. Eat something. Not me. But yeah, it's creepy as hell. This is the kind of movie my wife's going to want to see, and because she knows I'm going to jump. And I'm going to scare people around me, and they're going to lose their popcorn like they did the last time.
Really?
Yeah, I jumped during the trailer, and the one behind me went, ah! She threw her popcorn up in the air. I felt so bad. My wife could not stop. She was crying. She was laughing so hard. I don't do well with jump scares anymore. Before, man, I used to be rock hard, baby. Horrors never scared me, but then I saw...
Horrors never scared you.
Horrors never scared me. But, horrors, that's a different story. Make you sweat. And so I've seen things. And, yeah. That's all you need to know.
No more tequila.
I've been sober every time. Anyway, go ahead there, Rick.
All right, the next one we saw, I guess they kind of go into biblical. We saw Samson.
So he took us from the devil to Jesus.
To Jesus. Samson, this one looked, how would you explain this one, Sean?
I mean, I would say that it looks like they're going with a grittier interpretation. Instead of this being like trying to some kind of preach at us about the Bible kind of movie, it's more like taking a historical approach of, okay, this is this guy, Samson, kind of like the 300 or whatever. These are the legends about him, and we're going to take it seriously. We're going to make a movie about what he did. And, that's at least how the trailer seems to be projecting it. If it turns out like the trailer, it would be awesome because the exploits that guy performed, like basically one-man army beating the shit out of all those people, it would be a lot of fun to watch it. The violence looked really good. It looked like it was really well, choreographed and stuff. The actor looks really intense. I don't know who the hell he is, but he looks pretty fearsome. So, like, if they take a more, historical approach to it, and not in the sense, I mean, of it being like actual trying to do history, like dig up archaeology or whatever, but just making it like, okay, this was the guy, these are the myths around him, this is what happened. It would be a lot of fun to watch him just beat the hell out of people.
This is what happened based on what they think and what they read into it and what they see, because obviously none of us were there. But I like how you look at him and look at this figure, this guy playing Samson. He's much taller than the dudes that are coming at him.
Oh, yeah.
He's definitely built. So they picked a good guy. I don't know if they CGI'd him that big or not. I think he's actually that tall.
Yeah, he looked like it.
A dude looks, I mean, I'm with you. I want to see the exploits. I mean, I know no one was there, so it's their interpretation. I'm fine with that, but they're not going to be preachy. It's not going to be like, blah, 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 hey, he said this is how it's supposed to go. No, it's going to be battles. What'd that guy say? He's the left hand of God. Or something like that. And it looks really cool. And then you see the girl cutting his hair. What's her name? Delilah?
Yeah.
And that was so insidious the way they showed it, too.
I was like, you bitch. We all know this. We all know the story, but I think it's going to be cool. This movie's never been done.
Yeah, I was totally excited by just the way that they did it, the way that it looked in the trailer. It looked like instead of this being like a preachy thing, it's more like gritty action movie, and which is what it deserved. Because, I mean, if you go back to like the Jewish culture with actually having Samson, it wasn't just a religious tale. It was history to them. So, if they actually take it from that context, if it stays as gritty as that trailer throughout the movie and doesn't become a preaching at us thing, it could be freaking amazing.
I'm pretty sure it's going to stay that way.
Do we know who the director was?
I have to look it up.
I was wondering, I was thinking is the guy who did, oh my God, I can't think of his name. He did, no, not Noah. Yeah, Noah, when he was on the boat.
We'll have to get back to you.
Darren Aronofsky.
Okay.
I thought that's who this might have done this one, but I don't think it was. It doesn't look that way. But then again, man, could you imagine if Mel Gibson did this movie?
Oh man, now arm parts going everywhere.
Dude, oh my God.
The blood would be amazing, but he'd get too preachy along the way. He'd have to pull himself back and not to be preachy. But he could make one hell of a nasty, disgusting, arm-ripping, anus-tearing. I'm just serious.
Did you say anus tearing?
Dude.
with a jawbone of an ass?
Yeah. I'm just saying, man. Some directors got that touch. Michael Bay makes Samson. Shit would blow up instead of
one swing of the sword, big old explosion.
I am Optimus Samson. But anyway.
All right, the next trailer we saw was called Mudbound. It's a Netflix movie, I believe. This is the one, I guess it's post World War II.
That's what it looks like.
And it was, I guess, with the blacks that were in World War II, along with some of the whites, how they, because the racism and everything all back then.
It amazes me how, and I hate to say this, but it's still somewhat like that today. Closed-minded individuals.
Yeah.
These dudes went over there and fought too, and died. It was okay for them to die, but they come back. Oh yeah, we won't acknowledge they ever did anything. Really? Hello, the Tuskegee Airmen? Seriously? Dude, come on, man. That's why it's interesting, because it shows like the guy, like they both were prior military, but they both have the shakes, as Sean said, PTSD. And you see the guy shaking after he heard a car backfire, and he drove on the ground, like thinking,
dropped to the ground.
He thought he was going to get killed. But the black guy tells him, and that's the guy that played Eazy-E in Straight Outta Compton.
His hands were shaking too, because he knew what he was going through.
They say it'll stop. But, we all know that doesn't happen.
But, they'd be actually your friends, and then the white people of
the town
are like saying he's betraying his own race, helping with the black. It was like they they're brothers in arms because that's what they were.
Exactly. And the guy, I don't even know the black man's character's name, but he's actually helping the guy save his farm. At the same time, they're working together. So now they have a place to hang their hat, which is really cool. And I think the movie looks decent. It looks like there'll be some good acting showing two brothers in arms, as you said, Rick, working together to work and make this farm successful. Yet the closed-minded people of the town, I don't know where they at in Alabama, who knows, Mississippi, and they got a problem with it because he's black and the other guy's white.
Yeah.
And just because I talk to you, you're betraying us. And then, of course, you see the Klan.
Yeah, we saw that, and I was like, you kind of get upset about it. And
I was waiting for Gene Hackman to show up.
You know, and the Klan, I mean, the guys that are in the Klan don't even realize that the black guy fought for them.
The level of ignorance sometimes is amazing. And I want to hear Sean's take on this and see, he's part Klan.
What?
He's Irish Klan. You racist bastards.
What'd you think of it, Sean?
I thought that I like that it's going to take kind of a more balanced approach than I feel like movies usually do. A lot of the ones that sort of just are trying to hammer on the racism ends up being very much like, oh, the good guys over here, the poor oppressed good guys, and the evil bad guys. And this one, it's more like, here they are, they both fought in the war, they are brothers in arms, and the one guy probably came from, and obviously, by the looks of it, came from a racist family, a racist background, but he lost it by going through that war, and then, whether or not he lost in the war, or then with this guy starting to show him that compassion, either way, he realized what was up and what was important, and that was all bullshit because of his experiences. And so you're getting to see these two actually coming together as friends and as, strengthening each other, even if everybody else is racist and having these problems around them. So I love the fact that it's redemptive too. It's actually showing. It's not just like automatically because you're one race or the other, you're evil. Like this is black versus white or white versus black. It seems it's a lot more like, hey, we're people, and we're both soldiers. We've both gone through the same shit. So I appreciate the fact that it's that. I hope it doesn't get too just like, just preachy where it's just constantly having to deal with the oppression and mistreatment and whatnot. Cause that stuff was real. And yeah, there is definitely racism. There is definitely things, but for that matter, there also is everywhere else in the world.
True.
Like, we get hammered on in America, like we're the only country that has racism. There's racism everywhere. There's racism in Africa against people that have slightly lighter skin tones or slightly darker skin tones. Tribes that hate the shit out of each other just for being, having a different last name, basically. There's all kinds of discrimination everywhere. I hate that it gets ridiculously out of balance, how it's like there's this anti-America, we're just a big racist country and we all hate each other. That's not the case. There are people that are like that, yes, but they're not the majority. So I do think it's important to know the actual history and to know that things have happened, but it's also important that you represent both sides, not just only the bad.
You played it perfect into me what I was going to say now. You were talking, I remember the story my grandfather told me. This is my dad's dad. They were overseas during the war, and I think they were in France. And they went into a bar or something, and they told the guys, we don't like his kind. Talking to about my grandfather, and they were trying to start shit with him. And my grandfather's guys were like, they called him he was from the town. They said, Rongi boy is with us. You got a problem with him, you got a problem with us. And it was a trip. My grandfather told me it was like they had his back. Even when they were, because of what crap he did out there in the war and everything, they had his back when he was back in New Jersey. Yeah. Because he caught some crap in New Jersey too. It was like, I don't think training at Fort Dix. Nah, they had his back then. Mm-hmm. So that, I get exactly what you're saying. It's not just here, people. We're not the only alleged racists here in the world.
There's people that have that unfairness, and it all comes down to how they were raised and how they've personally come to think. It's more individual.
They don't like the white guys there. They don't like the brown guys either.
Well, and then again, that probably also depends on which Japanese person. So it's a case-by-case basis, if we're perfectly honest.
Go to China. And go to North Korea.
Okay, the whole goddamn world is racist. All right.
Go to Antarctica. That's the only place you're free to go.
No,
Animals are racist.
Animals are definitely
the penguins
racist.
are racist. You're not a two colors. Get off our land. Wow.
All right, the next trailer we saw, I picked this one because I haven't seen John Cusack in a lot of movies, at least. And this one's called Singularity. I don't know, I guess he's a programmer or something, and ends up, they had like, I guess, a world-ending...
Create a Skynet?
Yeah, basically. Killed everybody till someone evolved enough to take out the robots itself. The programming.
Yeah, this was like intentional. You know, I was thinking Skynet right away as we were first seeing it, but then it's like, oh, he actually did this all on purpose. This is like population control bullshit. Like trying to kill everybody and only like the strong survive or whatever, trying to force evolution of humanity, some kind of bullshit like that.
Kind of had Horizon Zero Dawn kind of moment.
We all got that vibe.
What's that other movie? There's another movie where everybody's normal, but you want this one. Every so often, one person gets born with special abilities and stronger than everybody else.
With the Matrix?
Yeah, it does feel like that, too. No, you know what? It's like from the Godzilla movie. How everybody's regular, but you got these Kaisers, which they have power to tap into God-like power. So it's like they rose, they're stronger than everybody else. Yeah. This movie teased off a lot of other movies.
Yeah, it did. And, you know, it could still be a good movie, but I got such a feeling from the trailer that it's such a formulaic, you know, based off the same kind of like Hunger Games, appeal to the millennials kind of shit, which I hate that stuff. It's like, pick a different formula for God's sake. Come on.
I don't think it's going to be Q6 minus hour, and I don't think he's going to be able to carry it.
No, I mean, it's him playing somewhat of a bad guy in this one. But I just thought it would be kind of interesting. I mean, I think I would probably check it out probably on Netflix or Redbox, but I don't think I'd catch it in the movie theater.
If he holds up the radio, I'll be like, okay.
Or if he starts talking to the camera like a lot of his older movies.
Yeah.
All right, the next one we saw was called Godless. That's a Netflix series coming out. It's a Western. This was based, I guess, on a town. It has nothing but women in it because all the men died in the mine.
Welcome to Lesbianville.
And I guess they're looking for one particular person.
Oh, I was going to say one particular lesbian.
No. One particular guy, actually, they're looking for. And that's when everybody just starts going, killing everything. And the women alone are actually being tough, actually being, you know.
Being butch.
Shut
up. I'm sorry.
Miguel's trying to go the lesbian route here. The
No. Okay. First of all, some of these women were hot. I'm going to put that out there. And some of these women were damn scary. But, you know, it's an interesting concept. And I think the guy they're looking for is a bad mug. He's like the kind of guy that could wipe out the entire town.
Yeah.
He's like a serious gunfighter, killer. He's got problems. Like his mama didn't hug enough, or he didn't get enough titty when he was a kid. So he's got those kind of problems. But I don't know. Did you see anybody you really knew?
Jeff Daniels.
Okay. Anybody else?
There was some in there. I don't remember their names, but I've seen them in other movies.
Jeff Daniels seems like he's doing pretty well in this part. I don't know if the other women can carry it. It kind of reminds me of that Madeline Stowe movie with Sharon Stone, where they're the cowgirls.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
They're the rifle girls. That was pretty cool, but I don't know about this one.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of, you know, now that you mention that, it's not even necessarily that I have a problem with them not having like any really known actors, but the guy that they're kind of picking as protagonist is clearly the pretty boy kind of guy. And it's like, why be that typical? In a town of only women, this amazingly sexy, handsome man appears. It's like, what the fuck? This isn't The Bachelor. This is supposed to be like Western. God damn it.
McConaughey has injured.
But I have to admit, though, I like the way the women were, especially when the women goes, hey, let's talk. Let's put the guns down. The girl just, shot him right in the leg.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. That blonde is hot, by the way. I don't know who she is, but I respect that. Shoot the dude in the leg. We'll talk now.
I like the fact that they did, like, by their choices of actresses, they didn't, like, try to go all total prima donna. Like, everybody there is knockout gorgeous, but they didn't make them all fugly either. You know, they had a nice balance, and this is like the opposite of the one trailer that we had checked out that was about, like, Jamestown, and it was all the women came into the men, and, like, it's like a big fucking drama thing. Like, oh, we come in, now we're going to use our sex to overpower men or something. It's like, what the fuck? This is more like they had to deal without, so they got tough. They took care of themselves. You can tell, like, they figured things out, did what they had to do.
Yeah, because all the men died in the mine or something, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'll tell you what. I mean, I'm making fun of this movie, and I'm doing the stupid stuff that I normally do. But I will say this. The gunfighting scenes look pretty intense, look pretty cool. I'm like, okay, I may have to see this just for that.
Yeah.
But I don't mind all woman town taking on a bad guy or whatever. But again, now you're making it this one dude, one guy is better than these 40 women who all have guns and can shoot like a son of a gun.
I mean, but then again, we might be taking it the wrong way. Who knows?
I mean, that could be either way though, because they could take it like these women are like Amazons now all of a sudden and go hyper unrealistic, like they're all Mary Sues. They can all like do everything in the world, and he's like this poor little man trying to like prove that he's something. It could literally go either way. I start
hearing the Wonder Woman song in the background.
He looks like Billy. They're trying to play him off like he's Billy the freaking Kid. Well, if that was the case, he'd kill everybody, man. Women don't make no difference. It don't matter how many people in the damn town, man. He'd have killed them all.
Yeah, but I mean, also he's supposed to be like a really good gunslinger or something. It's like I think
Billy the Kid.
I just would have liked it if it would have been more like if he was kind of a dried out, older kind of character, guy that gets thrown in here, like somebody used to be a marshal or something, and ends up out there. Morgan Freeman. Yeah, anything that would have given it almost that Logan kind of feel, like the old man. If it was more like that, I feel like it would be more interesting. Plus, he would find himself in this very weird situation of here he is, this older guy, and kind of, like whatever, is alcoholic, and, all of his gunslinging days are in the far past. And here they're wanting like somebody to help, be a hero and help them out. That would have been a better story.
You know what you're talking about? You're talking about Rick and Morty, the Purge. you gotta purge, Morty.
Well, I don't know. It's a series, so hopefully, I think probably maybe about 9-10 episodes, maybe.
I'll check it out because, like you said before, when we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, Westerns seem to be coming back a little bit, and it captured my interest. I want to see what it's about. I'm going to give it a fair shake. I'm going to sit down and watch. Because when I first started watching, what's with Anson, the guy in Common was in it, Hell on Wheels.
Yeah.
I first saw the first episode. Okay, that's interesting, but I kept on going. After episode 2, I was hooked, and they ended it after 5 seasons. Or they 5.5 or 6, whatever you want to call it. I was pissed. You could have gone so much more. And it was about the railroad. If you've not seen Hell on Wheels, you need to watch it. It's really good.
All right, the next one we saw was called, this is the one that I saw promoting a lot during the World Series and the postseason and everything. They had posters of it everywhere. It's called The Long Road Home. This is what National Geographic did. I don't know which part I didn't catch on the trailer. I don't know what y'all caught. But I guess they wanted a true on how, I guess, the soldiers come home from Afghanistan or what.
I think this was the Iraqi war.
The Iraqi war?
Yeah.
What? Scooby-Doo was there? Wow.
Wow, that's horribly disrespectful.
Yes.
I was like, all I know is that Sean was happy to see how they were going with this.
Yes, I was very happy that they're taking a much more like they were. And I mean, they are coming on kind of strong in the trailer of trying to say, hey, we're being respectful here. But I give them points for trying to make that clear because, yeah, there's a lot of shit out there that is not a very good representation of what these actual soldiers go through, what they're actually like as persons. They are heroes, but they are human and they are persons, and they're not drama queens either. The things that break them, it's reasonably so. And, since they're the actors, it sounds like they're doing kind of like method acting where they're really trying to get inside the heads of the guys that did go out there and did go through this shit. And so it's a very respectful, from at least what we're seeing by the trailer, they're really trying hard to make it a respectful film that's really giving us an insight into the lives of these soldiers that went there and had to come back and what all of that is like. So I love that because I feel like there's not enough accuracy in a lot of these, soldier movies. I love war movies. I love action movies. I don't have a problem with, things being over the top when it comes to action, but when it's like about actual events and things that happen, I want them to be respectful to the soldiers. I want them to be respectful to the actual persons that went through that stuff. So I love it by the looks of it.
I am impressed that, number one, they did kind of like what Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg did. They brought in a military advisor to advise them on the situation, how things, how to take things, how to act. The actors went through training to learn more. And if you actually saw during the post scenes where they were talking, family members of the soldiers were there. You saw the director hugging a woman. I think it was the mother of one of the people.
Fallen.
Yeah, it was that right there. Kind of like you said, Sean. That's what gets you. The movie.
What's the series?
Well, I'm trying to. The series. It's not easy for me. Hang on. I'm prior military too. You know that. Everybody know this. I didn't do any. I didn't get to go any of that, even though I was supposed to. Wasn't in my cards. But sadly, this past weekend, my son told me he is. So I'm interested in this movie, but bothered by it a little bit because my son may be going to either Afghanistan or Syria here in January. So it's a situation where, it kind of gets to you a little bit.
Yeah.
So as a father, for the first time in my life, I'm taken aback a little bit. So I can appreciate the fact that they want to make it respectfully to them. The movie looks, it's going to be intense, and it may trigger emotions in some people that,
have been through it.
Who've been through it. It may trigger emotions in people who are about to be family members watching their children go through it.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they've lost anybody in it.
Yeah. So that could be an interesting series. And National Geographic is doing it, which means it's going to be pretty cool.
And actually, it actually might be running now. I'm not too sure yet. It might be running now.
The only other one I think you may be able to pull something off is this on no, it's National Geographic Channel, which doesn't run on the History Channel?
History Channel, they've done something similar to it.
History Channel's put on some good stuff. So I saw National Geographic was doing something else, and I remember, I think I saw it. I can't remember. Forgive me what it was, but it was very accurate. It was very cool. So I have all belief that National Geographic is going to pull this off and make it very, very awesome.
Yeah. All right. And the last one we saw was called A Prayer Before Dawn, based on true events. And this is a boxer, I guess, that was doing drugs, whatever, got caught, got busted, went to jail in Thailand, and you can, just like every prison, they get picked on.
More so in this one, though. Here's that racism thing Sean was talking about. This is a white man, a white male in all Asian prison.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're mostly Thais. So.
And they're like gangster because, they're clearly part of a gang or whatever because they're like they have the gang tats and everything.
Yeah. They're covered from head to toe and tattoos.
They're clearly not of the good people.
And he actually had to learn how to fight Muay Thai and I guess try to gain respect from all these and also learn how to fight to survive himself.
Yeah, you see what the hell they did to him.
Mm-hmm.
How about the point where he's getting ready to fight and the dude told him if you don't win, that's intense, bro. So not only are you fighting to win, you're fighting for your life.
And then they actually tatted him. You saw when they were tattooing him?
That's actually a sign of respect.
Yeah. But
a white man carrying, and again, it could be a Mexican or brown man, carrying the tattoo, the mark of them, of their group. So, or he bought in, or he got in.
Yeah.
But it also means the only way out is by death.
Right. Yeah. So
he's also going through trauma because he's had so much drugs and fighting that he's done before that if he gets a certain cut, he'll bleed to death.
Well, I actually thought they hit him hard enough he could die too. It's like Rocky Balboa and Rocky V.
Well,
you get hit, you go die.
We don't talk about that one.
Oh yeah, that never existed. My bad.
Yeah, it looks really good because they are taking kind of that more realistic aspect that he's going to have to make his bones. He's going to have to earn the respect with them because he's not one of them. He is a foreigner and, he's not welcome in this prison.
That's what it was. Forgive me. I didn't mean to interrupt you. It was National Geographic. They did the thing. I was watching it on YouTube. They did the thing on prisons and how the prisons in America are overfilling and everything and how they're full and some are already packed and some are getting there. And it shows how they take this young man, kind of like Sean's age, but as a young American male who by one mistake, not on purpose, just a mistake, did the wrong thing at the wrong time, wound up killing someone, went to jail. And he winds up in this prison where it's completely packed. So he doesn't even get a locker or a room or a little cell. He's in a thing they call the warehouse. He goes into a gym where they have the bunks just like set up in the gym, like a basketball court gym. You got like 3 on top, 3, then 3, then 3, and then just stack that away. And there's certain sections. You got your whites, your Asians, your whatever. You have your different ethnics everywhere. And like the guy from National Geographic talking was like, you make one wrong turn, you could die. You go down and take a shortcut, you get beat up. It was just insane. That's why, and going, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but going back to the other one, that's why I think National Geographic's going to do great on it, because that prison thing I saw was hella good. And it was like, wow. I mean, these dudes were actually in the freaking prison. I'm like, you guys are nuts. They were talking, it's crazy. Like,
wow.
And there's some scary sons of bitches in there. And the guys were basically, prison is not a place to be, obviously.
No.
But they were talking about these are the worst of the worst. You got murders, rapists, killer. You got all these people and, oh, like, man, it's just insane.
Yeah.
But that's what this movie here now, the Thailand movie, boxing movie, makes me think about something like that. It's
Yeah.
like, you either fight and survive, you die, you're going to get raped, you're going to get put into service because of or whatever. I obviously have never been to prison, so I don't know, but thank God. But I will say this. I think just like the war movie, I think these guys invested in somebody who actually taught them how to do these things, because the fight scenes look very real. They look a hell of a lot better than what I Want to Fight Tong Po did with Van Damme's movie. He was kicking that stiff and the stuff was coming down. Not that, Kickboxer was great, but yeah, Kickboxer, Kumite, right? Yeah, but no, the Tung Po one, I was like, huh, okay. But this one looks really good. The fighting things look amazing, and I want to see it. I really do. I got a feeling it's not gonna be a happy story though. I think the guy may die.
Yeah,
that's my feeling.
There's a good possibility, and it seems to be following this trend that we are seeing right now of a 24 hours to live thing. It's like there's a good possibility he could die, and he's got nothing to live for.
He's not Jason Statham. He's not Chet Chaleo. Hook the battery up to himself.
Crank.
Yeah, Crank. Dude, Crank 2 was stupid, by the way.
Yeah.
When he turns into him, the guy fighting like Godzilla.
Anyways, well, that's all of our trailers.
Yeah. So there's a few good ones in there.
A lot of good ones.
We started good, we ended good. A couple of craps in between.
All right, going into some movie news.
Hit me.
All right. I was trying to remember when I had typed these up. I'm sorry, everybody. I know we were gone last week.
That's your fault.
Well, because I was sick. I was under the weather, and we actually all couldn't get a good time to come in anyways.
I understand. Kyle gave the chlamydia. We got a bad case of the chlamydia going around here. I ain't catching it.
Director Gareth Evans, he wants to direct a Deathstroke movie.
Manu Bennett?
Deathstroke? When the one that they cast for the movies.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah, they actually want to do just a Deathstroke movie himself. I guess an origin movie for Deathstroke.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool, but I kind of feel like they're cheesing off of Deadpool, just even with the idea.
Well, the only thing is Deathstroke don't have the mouth, but
or yeah, true.
It could be a much grimmer, because even if it is kind of cheesing off of a Deadpool movie, it could make it a lot grimmer and darker. Whereas his is, of course, wacky and wild and out there.
Yeah, Deathstroke's not going to be funny.
No. This director, he passed on Justice League Dark.
Oh wow.
So he wants to do a Deathstroke over Justice League Dark.
But you know what he could do? If he does get the rights to do this, he could eventually tie in a Deathstroke versus Batman movie.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
that would be awesome.
That would be. Especially if they really build him up to be very sinister.
I could see that because, it's a pretty even fight. Batman still wins, of course, because he's Bat God. But
and then, get this. This is the funniest thing my brother sent me. Mm-hmm. Michael Bay wants to produce.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
A Dora Explorer movie.
Oh, no. No, you're kidding me.
I am not kidding you.
She opens her backpack and explosion.
She has a backpack full of C4.
It's a C4.
In a post-apocalyptic world.
Dora the Explorer only can save you with teaching you Espanol. This is a manzana, an apple.
Michael Bay. SC4 connection.
What the hell? How is Michael Bay going to... Okay, live action or cartoon?
Live action.
Oh, my God. Megan Fox as Dora. Because who the hell... What? You tell me what Mexican woman's going to play Dora?
What little Mexican... We got to get a kid.
Oh, God.
I think that's the question.
X23.
Oh, wow.
That's as close as you can get. I don't think anybody else. I mean, I don't know any other Hispanic.
That would be perfect, though.
11.
Dude, that would
we'll
be
whitewash everything. 11.
Oh,
God
come
dang.
on.
She'll be 11.
She'd have a British accent. That would be fucked up.
It's okay. Freaking Rick from The Walking Dead's Australian. You can't tell.
Anyways. All right, the last bit of news I have here. Did y'all like the movie The Crow with Brandon Lee?
Yeah, I actually did enjoy The Crow.
They're actually talking about they want to reboot it.
With who?
And they actually want to reboot. They're getting ready to reboot it, and production's going to start next year.
Wow.
Actors that they want for the lead role. Now, these are possibilities. It's not, saying it's going to be. They said it either could be Bradley Cooper.
No.
Or Tom Hiddleston.
No.
Or Luke Evans.
Which was Luke Evans?
Luke Evans, he's the one that played Dracula Untold. He was the bad guy in the Fast and Furious. He was Jason Statham's brother.
Oh, okay. Possibly.
Yeah. And they would love to have Jason Momoa, but he's contracted with.
Well, Luke Evans has the dark hair, but he's got to have the long hair.
You can give anybody long hair.
True.
You know, they wanted Jason Momoa, but he's contracted with DC anyway. So
that wouldn't work. I'm sorry.
It's too big.
It's too wrong color.
Too wrong color.
No, I'm sorry. The Crow with Brandon Lee was amazing. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. Another actor that was taken too soon, I feel. I liked him in Rapid Fire. He was pretty cool. But I don't know.
I was thinking Luke Evans myself. I mean, they had pictures of people giving him the long hair. And I've seen Bradley Cooper with long hair, but I was like, I don't think you want to give it to Bradley. Tom Hiddleston, I was like, you got Loki coming in as it. I don't know if he could play a dark person like it, because we've always seen him as.
Yeah, you would have too much of a. Wait a minute, is this Loki?
I say change it and make it Finn.
Black guy.
That's right. Let Finn be the Crow. Was that racist? No, dude. I'm okay. let me save myself. I'm excited to see the guy Boyega in Pacific Rim. Dude, I see AKA Finn and anything. I'm like, yeah, because he's amazing. I think he's a great actor.
He's good. Okay, going into a little bit of gaming.
Okay.
Now I know, Miguel, I know you've seen World War II, Call of Duty. What's your impressions of it?
It is amazing. I watched my son start it at 9 o'clock on Sunday, because we had to download the damn thing on Saturday night, and we don't have the fastest internet in the world. We had to download and upload for the system as well. I watched him play. Started at 9. He was done with it by almost 6 o'clock. So the campaign itself is not very long. You can beat it in a day. It was intense. They start off with D-Day, and you're going in there and you feel like you're watching Saving Private Ryan. And all of a sudden they lower the things down, the bombs start flying and everything, the guns are being shot, and then they lower the thing down. All of a sudden it's Saving Private Ryan. You hear the bullets are flying through, killing everybody in the thing.
So they did the Normandy beach.
Oh, hell yeah. It's like, get over the top. So they jump over the top, keep on moving, get to the guys talk before they even got out, like, when you get on there, keep on going to the high ground. Don't stay on the beach. Keep moving forward.
Now, did you ever see Medal of Honor Allied Assault, their interpretation of the Normandy beach? Because I was going to ask you if it compares the feeling of that, because the feeling of that one was really like, holy shit, I feel like I'm in Normandy beach right now.
No, when the game was done, actually, when Braden stopped to eat lunch at about 1 o'clock, he said, I'm pausing right now. I said, okay. I got to go some lunch. I said, you all right? No, I'm kind of shaken up a little bit. I've never been in this war, and I feel like I've been in it. I was like, what? It's that intense. He was that locked in. It was that the battle. They did the Saint-Marie de Mont, where they take the garrison cannons. They did the Battle of the Bulge, which was amazing, and it was really well. I thought it was very well done. You switched in some parts, like he was down there, and they were calling for the air support, which they didn't get any, obviously, and then you wind up in the plane. And now you're in the planes fighting the freaking German fighters, trying to keep them from blowing up your bombers. And then after that happens, then you see them railing back down to the guys at the Battle of the Bulge. And then, then you're fighting the tanks, with your little. But the coolest part of the game for me, well, number one was Josh Duhamel's in it, which is really cool. He plays the asshole sergeant. But you fire the guns, and it's like, boom, 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 bing! Just like the real guns do back in the day. You put the little cartridge in the thing and go, bing! And it pops out. And then the machine guns, the sounds that they made, and including some of the tanks and some of the stuff they had in there, seem so freaking real. Or like they took them from the movies that they did, like Saving Private Ryan. They even had a tiger battle.
Oh, wow.
You're in a Sherman and you have to take on a tiger. And they shoot the tiger and the bullet bounces off like it did in real life.
Wow.
You had to get behind him to get it. And Braden did that mission I don't know how many times. And it was making him mad because he couldn't beat the tiger. And it's like, I thought we were America. We are. But the Germans had clearly the better tanks. And the Shermans would be made a lot faster. So that's why they were production. They could get them out quicker, but they weren't very good. Not against the German tanks. No. So he loved it. He beat it. I tried playing the online mode. Yeah, I didn't get a kill. I got wiped out in 3 games. It was really bad. I got to get better at it real quick, but it's fun. And just by watching it, at some point during that movie, I felt like I was watching a movie. At one point during that game, I actually felt kind of like, felt like I actually was there. They had the guy with the flamethrower, the Bangalore scene, the hand-to-hand combat scene. Now that was intense.
Really?
Freaking hand-to-hand combat with the German guy.
How did they do the hand-to-hand combat?
The guy's fighting another guy with the knife, and they're trying to stab each other, and he gets it off, and next thing you know, you're fighting the guy with the knife, and you're both holding each other kind of like this and trying to stick the other one.
So is it like a press B rapidly kind of a thing, or what?
I didn't see the button things that you were doing something on the control. I don't know how they did it, but it was interesting.
Wow.
I was like, really, a hand to hand, really? And it was intense. And you see him like trying to stab, kind of like where they stabbed Mellis and Saving Private Ryan. But I was like, damn. But again, I saw that as I was walking through because I was going to the bathroom. But I was like, that was cool.
Wow.
I honestly, what's our level of highness on these games? I forgot. What did we give them? What's the top numbers?
10 is the highest. But like I said, this was just an impression.
I was impressed. I was very impressed with it. I liked it. I liked it more than other stories that I've played so far, from Black Ops to Modern Warfare to whatever. I really liked this. I guess number one because I'm Prime Military. Number two, I love World War II. It's something that I've always read about. Obviously, our connection to our grandfathers in the war. It was just amazing. It's a game to play, but once you beat the campaign, unless you're going to want to play it online, it's really doesn't hold anything else for you. That's the only the biggest problem is the campaign's very short, and they could have done so much with it. But you're part of the big red one, and you're part of the other group.
Oh my God, that's from the original.
It's intense, and then when you play online, you get to choose how you want to go: infantry, airborne, and I forgot what the other ones were. Or you can be French, English, or whatever. Yeah. So you can choose any of those and you get different weapons and whatnot.
Wow.
So it's fun. It's a fun game. I'd probably give it a 7.5. But only because the campaign's so short.
Yeah.
And, but the boys loved it. Braden loved it. He's like, I'm going to go have nightmares now when he was done.
He's going to have PTSD for playing a game.
And then Cameron took it into his room and started playing it. He's like, oh my God. He came out like 5 minutes into the game. Oh my God. So they love those kind of games. That tells you right there. It got the seal of approval from my boys.
How did the gameplay feel like as compared to the previous Call of Duty games, like say Modern Warfare?
I thought it was pretty good because it's moving around pretty quickly and it's easier to move. But it did have the same problems. It's like Braden's like, yeah, you can do all this crap, jump, flip, turn upside. I'm exaggerating now. Jump, flip, turn around, jump off thing, and shoot somebody in the head. But when you run into a wall, you can't go left. It's like the simplistic things you want to do, like taking a left turn or a right turn real easily around this thing. You can't. You struggle. You keep on hitting this thing to get around it. But if you want to run 20 yards and throw grenades and shoot a guy with a sniper rifle and throw a bayonet, you can. Yeah. He was exaggerating too. But yeah, it has some little quirks. That's some of the stuff. But I didn't even tell you. You'd be a sniper in this thing. You're a sniper in it as well. And the sniper scene is pretty cool. The German guy has a sniper and he's shooting at you. Yeah, Braden had a tough time with that one. But the other one was, and I told my boss this today at work, and he busted out laughing. So they're in the Battle of the Bulge, and so they're starting to get shelled. And so you see him running for the foxhole, and you literally run for the foxhole, and you dive in, and you duck. And they got the foxhole, and you see the trees getting blown to bits, just like in Band of Brothers.
Yeah.
It's freaking amazing. Anyway, I said, the guy said, don't, whatever you do, don't stand up, don't raise your head up. Braden goes, huh? Boom.
Oh, man.
Dead. They don't show the head getting blown off, but he gets shot in the head. Dead. It's like, why did you stand up? I just wanted to see what was going to happen. Bombs, guns, hello.
This kid is not going to the army.
No, he's not. But he was just being stupid, but it was funny. So it's pretty cool. And like I said, I can't believe it went to the whole, I can't believe we let the black soldiers fight scene in that. I was like, wow. But the black guy had a good line too. He's like, yeah, they let us die too. I was like, yeah. So it was like all of a couple of minutes, but it was like, damn. And of course, Josh Duhamel's there being a total asshole to everybody again. So I was like, dude, he had the gritted face. It was Josh Duhamel. It looked like he literally walked into the game. I mean, They did perfect on him. It was, as soon as holy crap, it's Josh Duhamel. And it was perfect. Like they just took his face off and they stuck it in the screen. And they made him old. They made him chiseled and made him have like he'd been through hell. Yeah. So So some of the parts they did on this game was amazing. Some of the parts they could fix a little bit better, but they, like Braden said, they took their time.
Yeah,
they just didn't make the campaign long enough.
Yeah, I played 2 games recently. The one I just beat the new South Park game, the Fractured Butthole.
That game's a trip. I watched Rick play that game for a little bit too. That's a freaking weirdo game.
If you like watching South Park, you will love this game. You are actually playing a South Park episode or movie as a character. And they made it look exactly like the South Park and everything, the way they walk and everything like that. When you create your characters, all the same stuff, you make how you look however you want. If you like the first one, the Stick of Truth, by all means, when I played the Stick of Truth, I loved it. I gave that one a 9 out of 10. All right. I thought it was that good. There's some improvements, that needed to be done. They did it. They made the improvements that you needed, but I think what lackluster on this one, this is why I wouldn't give it the same as the first one. I give this one a 7.5 out of it. I mean, the story was good. It could have been better. The story could have been a little bit better than what it was, but it's still, I guess the first one kind of made, it went a little bit, I think they pushed it a little bit more in the first one on story than what they did on this one. They kind of held back a little bit, which I was like, no, you should have, go ahead and push that factor. Y'all have done it before.
Hell, I thought they pushed the factor pretty damn hard. You had girls dressed as Hoodoo girls, and you had it was like, what the hell?
Oh, don't worry. If you play the first one, you would see what I'm talking about.
Sticking shit up your butt? I'm like, what the hell? Way up your butt.
But other than that, like I said, but I don't know. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. If you like the first one, you'll love this one. So much stuff on it. A lot of shit's going to make you laugh.
Funny thing is, Rick's character, who he created, the new kid, had a freaking goatee.
Hey, you can put facial hair on him.
It's a kid. He's got a goatee.
He's an early developer.
Yeah, and his power. Well, he had ass power.
Ass power?
He could fart. That was his powers.
Now, I did not know about this until I heard it from our sponsor Joseph when he was here. Mm-hmm. I did not know, and I think they did it on purpose. They always do it on purpose on the South Park guys. If you're black, the game is harder.
What? You're kidding me.
The lighter you are, the easier the game is.
Wow.
That's messed up.
That's fucked up right there.
If I'm going to redo it, I'm going to check that theory. If I'm going to make myself a black character, and I'm going to see if it's twice as hard.
You should be like black as the midnight sky, and just see just how tough it really is.
The Black Panther. I got you.
Yeah, you got to be Wakandan. It is harder for you because you are the Black Panther.
I tell you what, I saw that trailer in the movies. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take away. You just brought the Black Panther. Yeah, I'm definitely going to see that sucker now again because it looks so much better on the big screen. That trailer.
All right. And then the next game I played, which by all means, graphics are great. The game is called Nioh. It's Nioh. You play a Westerner, not a Japanese. You're a white guy, actually. And you learn the ways of the samurai, I guess, in the story at the beginning because you're caught in a prison. You have to get out. The thing is,
it's Shogun, huh? Alan Quartermain?
Kind of. The thing is you start off with nothing. You pick up wherever you need. Like, you pick up more, you change your swords, whatever you pick up. You pick up new armor and everything. The weight system on it, meaning when I say weight, if it's too heavy, you only swing in 2 or 3 times and your stamina bar goes gone.
Oh, wow.
Even your swords, your weaponry, anything is hard. If you don't start leveling up your strength, you can't swing fast.
Wow. So it sounds like this is kind of taking the original Rainbow Six approach, where it was super realistic, where all the first person shooter games and stuff at the time was you got a health bar and you can take all these hits and stuff. And then Rainbow Six was you got shot once, boom, dead. What happened? So it sounds like they're kind of taking that really realistic approach to it.
Yeah. And the thing is even the armor you wear, if the heavier your armor, the slower you walk. Oh. You don't run. Your stamina goes quick. You can't run far distances or whatever. But what I loved about the combat system on it, though, is you can change on the fly.
Oh, hey.
Your combos, you can have the high stance, the mid stance, or the low stance on your character. And you can change it in mid-fight, however you want.
Cool. So is it turn-based? Or?
No, it's all just keep going.
So it's action. So Does it look like the combative? Is it looking like Assassin's Creed or like Batman or, I'm talking like Arkham?
Yeah, I would say kind of like Arkham and everything. You can fight everything like that. If you like the game Dark Souls, it kind of goes with that one.
Okay.
The hardness of it, this is how hard it is. I've been playing this game for 2 or 3 weeks. I haven't beaten the second boss.
Oh, wow.
That's how hard this fucking game is.
You suck.
But is it still fun?
It's fun because I'm still doing the areas, upgrading my own armor and everything, going back, fighting the boss I need to fight, getting my ass handed to me, going back, trying to improve myself, learning how to fight better, going back.
It's because you need the Matrix.
So, like I said, it's not that easy.
He's not the one this time.
That's right.
I'm trying. I want to get more of the story on it because you kind of hooked onto the story, trying to find out what's going on. But it gets hard.
Wow.
Especially with fighting these, because he changes your strategy. You go in, like, when I first fought, I was like, oh, I got this. I died.
Oh, wow. So, it's like, more adaptive with the combat.
So when I went back to fight him again, I was like, all right, I couldn't do the same thing.
Wow.
I was like, oh, crap. And I switched to a lower stance to fight because I can swing more. But even though it was at a lower stance and I can get more swings out of it, it didn't hurt him as much. Then if I put it at a high stance and swing and hit, it'd take off more power, but I only hit like swang.
Swang.
I'd hit him twice and it would take off more power, but then again, I'd have to back up, walk around to let my stamina build up again.
Right. So it's a lot more strategic.
Yeah.
I appreciate that from the sound of it because, I mean, so many of the games, it's like they've gotten to be oversimplified and it's more of just it's more like just, okay, higher difficulty, they have more health, you have less. And that's so annoying. It's like, don't give me that bullshit. Like, give me a better AI. Give me something that gets more complicated. Give me something actually challenging, for Pete's sake. Not just like, okay, I got high enough level, now you're nothing. I'm just going to push you over.
Also, when you're fighting them, you can also see their power bar and their stamina bar.
Oh.
So when their stamina bar gets low too, they got to build up.
You can tell when they're wearing out.
That's when you attack.
Okay.
And then you got to know when to attack on that part. But
Nice.
sometimes their stamina does come up. Well, especially when you're fighting the ghost or the apparition creatures, their power levels seem to come up a little faster at times. But if you get them at the right time where they swing too much and then they get really tired, they get on their knees because they're so tired. Their stamina just bar went out.
Oh, wow.
That is the best time to attack. But they're also strategizing against you.
Nice.
So they do the same thing if it happens to you.
Very cool. Very cool.
But like I said, it's hard. Even though I can't even get past the second boss, I give this one an 8 out of 10. Graphics wise, it's awesome. It's to the time period. Hardness, it's fucking hard, and I have it on easy. That's telling you something.
Wow. I wonder how bad it is if you're on like normal then, or like actually hard. Like shit.
I actually got to see another game this weekend too. I forgot to tell you. Assassin's Creed, the new one.
Oh yeah, Origins.
Yeah, Braden's playing it, and he loves Assassin's Creed. He's really good at it. It looked kind of fun. But the cool part was when he was fighting guys. First of all, he got a camel. He blows his thing, and the camel comes running to him. He gets on the camel, and but you're trying to. It's the very beginning, so the guy's trying to stop all these bad people. But when he goes to fight the guards squat and they move and they block. So you can't just go in there swinging like an idiot because you swing and they block. They'll come back and counter swinging and get you.
Oh, so they counter strike.
Yeah, and you can die. So it's like
they kind of do that on the older ones.
Well, see,
too.
I didn't know. I've never played Assassin's Creed, so I was watching it. It was pretty cool. So Braden had to adapt, and later on, they now block, they counter, and they also attack. So it kind of like thinks a little bit better like than it would used to. I think. Is what Braden
So
was
like
telling me.
even the lower level henchmen are still actually like a challenge.
Yeah, you can get killed by the lower level henchmen now. A lot easier if you don't watch it.
Oh, okay.
And he sucks with that bow and arrow.
Well, that's one thing you do have to learn with Nioh, because you have bows and arrow, you can have a gun. I prefer the bow and arrow because you can shoot somebody and it doesn't alert nobody else.
Right.
Jesus. I love the freaking graphics on Assassin's Creed. I really do, especially when he can use his hawk or his eagle, falcon, whatever the hell he has, and he's flying above. And then when he's on his camel. And the camels, another game where they did amazing with the sounds. The guy's running in the sand, or when he's walking on stuff and it's already broken, so he's cracking even more. That is insane. The camel making his noises and the camel's hoofs running, and then the stabbing of people. Like, this game is, what the hell? Are they stabbing people in real life? How that sounds? Like, Jesus. But no, it's really cool. I haven't played it yet, but I thought it looked pretty cool. Braden loves it, so I got to buy that game for him now.
Cool. I'm going to have to check that one out myself.
Yeah, let everybody know what you think. Because like I said, I haven't played it. I haven't
and
seen
I'm an
enough
Assassin's Creed fan, so.
I haven't reviewed it enough yet to really.
Yeah, and I'd wonder what the story is, too, if it really turned out well.
Yeah. It's like, all right, well, that's all the news we have.
Before we do get into numbers, we are going to be next week talking about Stranger Things 2. So we're going to give us a nice delay since some of y'all probably haven't even seen it yet. We don't want to spoil it too much. So if you're listening to us and you haven't watched Stranger Things 2 yet, you better do it this week because we're going to be probably spoiling it on the next episode for you. So just so you know, that's a heads up.
Hopefully we'll be able to give a nice in-depth of Thor as well. And hopefully I'll be able to go see Daddy's Home too, so I can give one on that. Oh, okay. Rick is telling me I need to announce the Halloween giveaway. The Halloween giveaway was Ashley Hart, who we have down here. She won. I sent you a message on Messenger from my own personal one from Miguel Garza, and I also sent you a message on Twitter from us, from Critical Thinking. Please let us know your address either on one of those ways so I can get it to Rick, and we can get you your prizes. Again, thank you for everybody for playing. We had an enormous amount of entries. We were in triple digits this time for entries, which was really amazing. I'm so glad that everybody got to, participated in this, and I can't wait till we get another one to go.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say on that, Rick?
No, like I said, just congratulations to her. And
congratulations, Ashley.
So hopefully you enjoy the Arctic Thermos and the Bizarro figurine.
All right, people, let's get in some hard case numbers. Hard case? Hardcore numbers.
Hard case numbers.
That's right.
Every one of those numbers is going to give you a problem.
That's right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
As you guys remember, back on October 29th, we broke that 10K. Is that crazy? You guys called it. You said we were going to make it before the end of the year. Lo and behold, did we think we were going to make it that fast? Because we went from like 8 to 10 like in 2 weeks.
Man.
So last week we finished at, like I said, 10,054. This week we ended at 10,378. So another jump of 324. So in 3 weeks we've had 300 something, and then of course we had that 1,000 jumped in. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's been pretty cool. So we're at 1,378 followers right now. Critical Thinking. That's pretty badass.
We're going to own Twitter.
Oh, are we going to hit 11K?
I think we can. I don't know. You're talking about the end of the year? Ooh, let's see here.
Place your bets, gentlemen.
Mathematically speaking, that's 6, that's 9, that's 12, that's... yeah, that's a possibility. Because you think about it, we're at 10,378 right now, and if we grow in 324 as an average, yeah, we'll make 11K for the end of the month. Hell, maybe in a couple of weeks. But
I'm betting on it.
Also, so another slight note of that, as you know, Time Out is one of our partners. Time Out is closing in on 8,000 followers as well. Our sponsor, Uncanny, is closing on 7,000. And of course, I'm over 16, so it's crazy. And not throw my name in there like Rick's looking at me there. He was bragging again. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying the influx of people following all four of us now is like, hey, people are getting attached to us, so that's pretty cool. I find it amazing. I like interaction. How's the interaction going over there on Instagram?
We're actually doing really well on the Instagram. We're getting our numbers are building back up again. So again, whatever the hiccup was, where it's like our stuff was never being seen by anybody, that's over with. Definitely interacting with a lot of the other content creators on there. So that's been a lot of fun. For the time being, it's a slow grind up, but we're off the 666. I'm still very happy about that. It's holding at the nice 720 some level. So we'll get up there.
You weren't here earlier when Rick and myself and Kyle were talking, but in case you don't know, we do a lot of periscoping, or I do a lot of stupid periscoping. You see me periscoping at the football games, whatnot. It helps us. Mm-hmm. And of course, Rick and me will do one in the car just being stupid. Well, we have super fans.
Really?
Yeah, we actually have super fans on Periscope. They're like people that have watched us over like way too much. They don't miss.
They're addicted.
They don't miss what we do, and they've probably seen it multiple times. But we have super fans on Periscope. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was kind of crazy. Like that is insane.
That's nuts.
So I'm like, that's pretty freaking cool. So thank you again for checking out our Periscopes. I use the hashtag you want me to use now, Sean, whenever I do it, and so people see it a lot faster. So people join in.
Nice.
Hell, we started the Periscope here. What'd I tell you? The moment I turned it on, we already had like 8. As soon as I click start.
Boom.
Man, that's
like,
crazy.
How do people know that?
Do I do the same thing when I post Facebook stuff that I put the hashtags, or that doesn't work?
We'll have to go over that again. I forget what the Facebook one was. There was a Facebook one, I think, that throws it on...
Because the one I posted recently got a whole bunch of views on it. Even Miguel noticed it. I posted one with it's a video of Christian Bale, and it's from American Psycho when they were comparing business cards.
Oh,
but they
nice.
changed it and they're comparing Pokemon cards.
That's great.
And
That's
it
great.
got a whole bunch of views on it. It was awesome.
Man, yeah, we'll have to look into that. Which one does what for the Facebook? But that's awesome.
And again, just to show you how we scan across the board in regards to ages of people, here is my daughter making fun of us on Snapchat. How old are you? It was like critical hit because of the stupid Snapchat I did of us just dancing to music, being goofy. So, just everybody laughs.
Well, apparently we're all old men now since Joseph is younger than me. It's like, what the fuck, man? That's messed up.
So again, big shout outs to everybody. Let's give shout outs real quick to our sponsor, Uncanny Comics, who brought the movie numbers, which Kyle didn't say because he was being cheesy. I'm just kidding.
Fast.
He was going super fast. But yeah, so Uncanny Comics is our sponsor. Thank you, Joseph Kano. Appreciate all the love you give us out there. Another sponsor of ours is Mr. Gabriel out there working Black Forest Comics. Yes, that's what it is. Black Forest Comics in Seguin, Texas. Appreciate all the love we get from him.
Hopefully we have a future sponsor, Tank Paintball.
Yeah, we're working on that. Obviously, he's the one that gave us one of the giveaways here today. So Rick and them will finalize that deal with him. Some of our wonderful partners we have out there, Virus Vodka. Okay. If you didn't see it, Virus Vodka was at Tanks on Saturday.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
I saw the tweet. I was like, wait a minute, are they at Tanks? I saw it like on Sunday. I was like, what the hell? So I didn't even know that, so I missed that. But I think I saw that correctly.
Man, we should have been there. What the fuck?
I know. So that was pretty freaking amazing. So that's awesome. Virus Vodka out there. Another one of those beautiful sponsors we have. Oh, I should have mentioned them earlier and I didn't. Tokyo Munchies, who gave us these wonderful wasabi cow beef chips here that we ate.
It's not cow chips. It's beef. It's beef.
Wasabi beef. Amazing chips. I didn't get but maybe 4 because Sean hogged the bag after the rest of the night.
They were good, dude.
I know.
They were so good.
It's like he had the bag in one hand and he was kept on turning away from me. He's like, you bastard.
I even had more than one chip, so.
I know. That tells you something. So again, thank you so much.
There's a few more.
Those are crumbs. Those are back chips that came out of your mouth of you dropping spits in there.
Actually, he does have quite a few. They're just small chips.
Nice. Small cow chips in the bag. Thank you. But a nice shout out there to our buddies over there who play us on the radio.
Beyond the Dawn.
SFD.
No fucks given,
Of course,
radio.
no fucks given, Reverend, and Sling Flings, known as SFD Radio. God, I'll get it right today. I'm not drunk. You threw me off with the no fucks given. Have I mentioned everybody? Oh, maybe the new partner coming on with us pretty soon. We've been working with them here. Timeout Jerseys, as they're going to give us some codes to give out there, so people can order jerseys from them at a decent price. As you know, Timeout Entertainment. I mentioned them, right?
Yeah,
our partner. My boy Matt over there running his thing.
And hopefully we'll have a podcast, YouTube show in the works.
Yeah, coming in January. That's going to come out there. Hopefully you guys will get ready for that. Anyone else that we're missing here so far?
I always love to mention our past guests that we had. I know we had Adrian before. Adrian has issues. But our recent one, the guy, Pumpkin Teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Bob
from Pumpkin Teeth. Bob is an amazing guy. I hope to have him back on here soon.
Yeah.
Working on currently getting Ish, a.k.a. Barry Media, a.k.a. Houston Cougar, a.k.a. I Hate the Texans, a.k.a. I Love the Astros. You've seen the pattern here.
Oh, by the way, congratulations to our Houston Astros for winning the World Series.
Yeah, what in the hell? Like, nobody here even gave a fuck about baseball, and then these guys, like, win it, and now everybody's like, woo, baseball!
Thank you. You pretty much sum up Houston Astros fans. Let's jump on this bandwagon right now as they're winning.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, John.
I've been on it. I wasn't on no bandwagon. I've been a fan since
Okay,
I was little.
you know what? I will give you that credit. Yes, you are a fan.
But you're the fan that has the Astros underwear instead of the Astros jersey, right?
No, Rick is one of those true fans that he's always rooted for
I
him.
believe that.
Whatever else. He's not one of all of a sudden, they're going to win. Yeah, let me get this. Let me go buy this jersey. Now I'm an Astros fan. I've been an Astros fan all my life. I hate those people. Trust me. Those kind of people get on my nerves.
They're in every state, every city.
Oh, yeah, they're everywhere, especially when the Rockets. Now, I'm a hardcore Rockets fan. I'm a Rockets fan all my life. So when they won the championship, I was happy. But this, the freaking fake people is ridiculous. I can't stand that. But that's how everything goes.
Yeah. Well, hey,
But granted,
sell the jerseys.
the Astros beat
sells jerseys.
The Astros beat my Sox. They were the better team. And I will say this, the World Series was quite dramatic and was quite amazing. The Dodgers did play pretty well. I actually had the Dodgers winning it all. I made that call at the beginning of the season. I said it was either going to be the Dodgers versus Stros or Dodgers versus Red Sox. And that's what MLB had too. But they had the Dodgers winning all, so the Astros said, screw you, and they took it off, especially since the Sports Illustrated was the only one that called the Astros.
Predicted it.
They even had the right guy on the cover winning MVP.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is crazy. So the Astros broke the Sports Illustrated jinx.
Wow.
But it's Tom
Well,
Brady.
they got a profit on Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, but it's Tom Brady breaking the Madden curse.
Well, it looks like it is because he ain't got hurt yet. I said yet.
Right now, people in New England ready to kill you. He and AA, Ron. But yeah, so you threw me off with your freaking Astros crap. But yeah, so we're gonna get some more guests on the show so we can, keep it going, and hopefully we'll record our retro here pretty soon. We got to do it on Back to the Future since that's the one that won. Even though we do want to do Blood Out,
Blood in, Blood out. We want to do one on.
I have that movie, by the way, so I can loan it to you so you can
cool.
watch it.
Okay.
So you can get your brown on. Then when you
I
come
already
in,
have my brown on. What are you talking about?
from the inside down to the bones, you'll get it when you see it. Because the half-breed winds up running the place.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's cool.
Dang.
So that'll make you happy.
Nice.
But he's not Irish.
Damn it.
I did find it funny. I told Rick this earlier today how when I was down in Katy after I went and saw Thor, that I called you next to, what pub was that? The Irish pub?
Moe's.
Moe's Irish pub. See, he even knew. Let me saying, I know where that's at. So we're going to have intervention signs appear one day for you.
Man, if I knew that I had the car there, I would have gone over and met you over there. Like, God damn, that's only like 5 minutes away from me. Like, I could have gone right over there. We could have been having drinks all day.
And here's the funny thing. I was only driving by. He had drinks by himself and said I was there.
I photoshopped you in there. Hey,
Yeah.
giving you credit.
Can I get a better picture than this one? Because that's such a bad picture.
But it's so great.
My wife laughs at it all the time, by the way.
So I don't know how the weeks are going to go so far as for the rest of the year because we do have Thanksgiving coming up. Thanksgiving usually at the end of the week. We usually record at the beginning of the week, so we'll probably have a show that week. Christmas, on the other hand, does fall at the beginning of the week. So I don't know if we'll have a show that week for y'all. Anything else, Tim?
Let me think here.
Don't hurt yourself. Look at that steam.
Man, we didn't do a round table this time because Kyle had to rush to the box office.
Oh, well, then fine. Here's the round table. Rick, how was your weekend? Thank you. Sean, how was your How was your weekend, Rick?
Exactly how it was. Like you said, thank you.
Thank you. I don't remember what happened on mine. I was working.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You got to go see Thor. That's about it.
And I snuck that sucker in because I didn't think it was going to happen. I was afraid the phone was going to go off. And yourself there, Mr. Sean?
I binged the hell out of Stranger Things.
And delivered packages. Gotcha.
Yeah. Kicked ass and took packages to places.
I was just
Better
on
than taking
PlayStation.
ass and kicking packages.
Like I said, I just played PlayStation pretty much.
Is that a code for sex?
I wish it was.
Nice.
I wish it was.
With yourself. We know why you were calling it.
Don't play on those joysticks.
The fractured butthole. Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
All right. Well, y'all have a good week and check y'all later.
Peace out.
Hey, guys, you can connect with us on iTunes
At Critical Thinking Podcast.
and Twitter
At critic_thinking.
and also on Facebook and Instagram.
At Critical Thinking Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, Critical Thinking is on Beyond the Dawn Radio, which is known for playing the best indie radio music around the world.
On Thursdays at 7 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Central Time.
And if you like the show, please 5-star the episode and tell your friends. So thank you for joining us, thinking shit through one podcast at a time.